Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back. More drama. It's Saturday after all. And I got stupid and called ASUS again. Oh, I'm telling you, these people don't like getting back to you. They don't like doing nothing. So we know the last video we talked about this Julia person that wrote me saying, their U.S. claims and they got to send my stuff to Canadian. Anyway, so I talked to this supervisor, as he calls himself. Not much of one, but he did give me some insightful information that nobody else seems to have. He says that 24 to 48 hours is based upon work hours, not in actual real time. Everybody else says it's real time. 24 to 48 hours from now, you'll have an answer, which we still haven't after even a week. Okay? Now, he also says that that's for them to look at the photos that you sent, and which, by the way, they've already seen, and so is a head manager, okay, which he didn't do anything either. And it's his job at that point. If he actually sees it, he needs to get on the ball and he has to do something. He doesn't want to. So, whatever. Okay. He didn't even get back to me. Like he swore, I will deal with you from this point out on this, unless all there is to it. And he didn't even do that. So he flogged it off to Julia to write me back and cause another delay of BS. But nobody in the whole entire week of talking to people, nobody I've talked to has ever once said I'm in the wrong area or department, because every time you call in, by the way, you only have a U.S. service hotline. That's it for Canadian and U.S. Every time you call in, they ask you for your serial number of your computer. They may ask you for your case number. Definitely your first and last name, your postal code, and verification of your phone number for the last four digits as well, in case your call gets disconnected. And that's about it, okay, unless you're dealing with the RMA side. We're done with the RMA. We got the warranty thing done, but they send the thing back damaged, as we know. And they're pissing around and screwing the dog on trying to get me my computer repaired or replaced, because one of the two things I was told would happen. Anyways, so this guy now informs me that 24 to 48 hours means working hours. Now, Monday to Friday, we started this on Monday, and of course, according to their website, they're open from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. Monday to Friday, which means it's a 15-hour workday. So even at that, starting Monday at 9 a.m., which is 6 a.m. their time, okay, so 9 a.m. for me, though, there's 3 hours difference, that still puts us around Wednesday. That by even way before the end of the day, Wednesday, the 48 hours would have been up either way, okay? Still nothing. Well, he says that's for them to look at stuff and then start an investigation. He says from there, by the way, the actual investigation takes up to 14 business days. Okay, well, they're open 7 days a week, so that's fine, okay, in that area. So that's all cool. But 14 more days brings us to the 30th of September before I'm going to get an answer now based upon, and he is solely based upon, not when I started this on the Monday, but he's basing it on Julia's email from Friday saying that she has sent the case to the right team. Okay? So now the team has 48 hours max to get things started, which now brings us into probably Monday or Tuesday of next week now. Okay? Before any of that's going to take place. Probably, maybe, if we're lucky. And then they restart the clock again for another 14 days from there. So now we're actually talking more like October 2nd, maybe October 1st. If we're lucky, we might have an answer as to what these yahoos are going to do about my computer. Do you know that this is probably the worst business model, the worst business period I've ever dealt with in my life? When I was with Dell for many years buying computers from them, I always get extended warranties. But even without, their policy is simple. If your computer breaks during warranty, you send it in for repair. And then when you get it back, if it breaks again, whatever happens, you send it in again. The third time that something happens, they replace your computer with the same or better model. Not lesser, same or better. Now, I had a Dell XPS gamer laptop that had all the cool lighting on it, and it was, back in that day it was considered high performance too. It was not cheap either. That cost me over $2,000 and some dollars. But anyway, I don't buy cheap, man. I hate cheap junk, so I bought the good stuff. But anyway, I also had a very nice extended warranty on there because I had to cover the warranty for the extension time period of the financing, which was like 4 years. It's like, oh my gosh, what did I do? Anyways, so makes for cheap monthly payments. That's the thing. I can't afford like $2,000 up front. Anyhow, so this XPS had a video issue. Okay. And so got sent in. Comes back. Not even a day in. Screw up again. Send it back again. Comes back. And I mean the turnaround time is I think was way too fast. Somebody just really wasn't on the ball. I don't even think they did nothing. But it keeps coming back with now a worse problem. So I get it back the second time. I call them up and I said, look, this is round 3 about to hit. I don't know. Well, it turns out that the video card is now discontinued. Like I've only had the thing for I don't know how long enough that it's been discontinued now. So now they can't replace the internal video in this thing now. They said, so what we're going to do is this, okay, because something's not going right, I guess, at repair. Part of your warranty is, and how we deal with it is, we have to replace it with the same laptop, which we don't have, or something better. So go on the website and pick something out. And I said, well, do I have a limit? He says, no. Just pick out anything you want, configure it the way you want it, and I'll send it to you. And I'm like, sweet. So, anyways, I picked out the top of the line laptop, well, second from top. The only difference between the two computers was the very top had a fingerprint scanner. But this also wasn't in part of the gamer field or XPS line. This was in another line. And so it was like about a $4,000 dress up by the time I was done. And they said, no problem. You'll have it in a couple of days. Thank you. And I'm like, sweet. And you know, I never had one day of problem with that computer. And it was even way more powerful than the one that I had started with. I love Dell. But I quit dealing with them after a while. You know, I just kind of I don't even remember why I quit, but it wasn't for anything bad. But I've dealt with other companies too in the past, and I've never had issues with warranties. And even coming back from repair, no new damages showed up. You know, it's like this is the first time of me purchasing an ASUS computer in a laptop, at least, and I put it in for its first warranty claim ever, and it comes back damaged. And now I get the big runaround of trying to get it fixed over something that happened in their care. And I told the guy, I says, I don't care if it was intentional or not. I'm not going to, you know, I wasn't there. I can't prove who did it, but somebody did, right? Somehow it happened, right? And I don't care. I just want the damn thing fixed so I can get back to making money again with my computer and also enjoy my video games when I'm not making videos to make money, right? And right now I can't even do any of that, you know, because you've got me on the hanger every freaking 24, 40 hour garbage, and nobody gets back to me, and I have to call, and then I get more runarounds and more runarounds. They're not runarounds, Sarah. It's this way it works. And it's like, no, that's not the way it works. That's not what everybody else is telling me. You're the only idiot telling me that this is happening the way it is because this is the way you say it's happening, which is incorrect because that's not what everybody else, including a manager who is above your pay grade, is definitely verifying. I've got the right phone number. I've got the right person. I've got the right department. There's nothing wrong here. Who the hell is Julia? Why is she getting involved when I'm being told everything all different? And even the manager himself, the guy who makes the decision anyways in the final word, which way it's going to go so you can tell the team what they're going to do, he could have made that snap decision just looking at the photos. When I made him look at the photos on the phone, he didn't do nothing either. He's just back into this whole thing where we now have to escalate and get the team to do the little investigation, which will take 24 to 48 hours. And you're telling me an investigation takes 14 days after the 24 to 48 hours, after they get started? And I'm like, what the hell? You know, like, I really can't get this. Like, this is just total utter stupidity and nonsense and incompetence the way I'm seeing things. You know? So I don't know, but well, further enforcing, don't deal with ASUS, because after this is fixed properly and I'm happy again, yeah, I'm even under warrant. Well, my main warranty with them at least will be done. I'll have to deal with MDG for the next 2 years after this, but you know, I don't know how they deal with their warranty yet, but hopefully better than what these yahoos are doing, because this is really driving me up the tree. But go figure, stuff's going to happen. No other company that I can tell you would ever treat you as piss poorly as what ASUS does. This is really bad for them to be doing this and being this negligible. It doesn't matter if it was intentional, it doesn't matter if it was on purpose. I don't care. What I do care is it came back broke, is what I'm telling them. It's got, well, not broke, but the screen, right? I want it fixed. Like, it shouldn't have happened under your watch, but it did. So fix it. There shouldn't be a need for all of this garbage. Like, you've got the proof, you've got the pictures, you've got the shipping box. Like, what? I don't know. Anyway, I'm kind of done at this point for a few days. We'll see what happens. We'll pick this up again maybe Tuesday, unless I hear something positive Wednesday. I don't know what's going on next. But if this is going to drag and drag and drag, man, I am not going to be a happy camper. It is just, this is ludicrous, guys, girls. It's totally ludicrous. And I'm at the end of my rope, to be honest. I don't know how much more of this stress from this garbage I can take. Half of me wants to take a shotgun to the bloody computer and be done with it. The other half says, let's just sue them for everything they got. And then the other part of me says, I don't know what to do next. This is utter stupidity and so unnecessary that all of this has to take place, period. But, I'm doing these videos to let you be aware of how this company is dealing with stuff. Now, the main repair was fine. I got it back in a good amount of time. That was perfectly great. I did get a warning email that if it needed parts, there could be delays. I was willing to accept anything under the main warranty claim for the fact that it would give me loss of use for a while. I was prepared for that because I know that's going to happen, even with Apple. If my Mac Mini went down, it's got to go to Apple. I could be a couple weeks without my Mac, which would really suck, but I understand. It's warranty, and warranty sometimes takes a little bit of time. But that's a warranty job, right? When it comes to something happened because somebody was pissed off or negligible or accidental, whatever happened, this shouldn't be a question of firing up a massive investigation to the entire end of the hemisphere. This should be a simple cut and dry case of, you wanted the photos, you got them, this is how I received it back, and this is the damage. Right now, you said you're either going to replace it, the whole computer, or fix my screen. Well, we need to get on with this, right? And everybody says 24 to 48 hours. And this Yahoo's making up new rules that don't even exist on the website. It's like, you can't do that. And if that was true, I would have been told that even by the manager who's above your friggin' pay grade, So, none of this is making sense. Just like Julia does not make sense. Who is Julia and what's she got to do with this? I don't know any Julia. I know it's a legit email and everything, so that's not a problem. But either way, she still hasn't replied to me either because, I guess because she's washed her hands of it and sends it to the Canadian area, she's just going to ignore my emails because she's in the U.S. and whatever. And it's like, that's not how you treat customers. You answer their emails. Because I actually wrote Julia back and, I let her know, blah, 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 and still nothing back. And that's just plain out rude. And, you don't treat your customers like that. You don't be rude with them. You answer them when they answer you back. That's called communication. Something that ASUS seems to lack is communication, and proper communication too. This is just making more and more that you should never deal with ASUS, period. Like, don't even buy their computers at this point. I'm never buying an ASUS computer again. I don't care. I'll buy an HP or a Lenovo again. I've never had issues with those computers anyways, And if I did have a problem, I know exactly how I'd be treated, and I have dealt with HP in the past. They're fantastic. Acer, fantastic. I haven't had any problems with Lenovo, so I can't say nothing. But Dell, definitely fabuloso. Okay? But ASUS is not boding very well in the running race here right now. They're still way back and haven't left the starting gate yet. But anyways, guys, that's what I've got for you on this one. we'll pick up the drama next week at some point when I get word back, maybe, unless I have to call them back again. All right, thanks and see ya.